Everyone was like, who is it? Or what's going on? Because it's a bit exciting, right? You're like, what's going on? One person was like, genuinely, but and as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, it's you. All right, guys, welcome to a brand new, exciting episode of... I was waiting for you to actually say it, but I'll say it myself. What a time to podcast.
Oh, I thought, I wasn't in tune with that.
Yeah, you wasn't quite there ready. Basically, guys, yeah, we put this high up in the sky this time and not low, which was really weird last time. We almost touched hands. So we're going to avoid that as much as possible.
We wanted the pillows, like nice aesthetics while we're talking.
Yeah. But yeah, well, it hasn't been too long now this time. There's been no vacation. There's been no traveling. There may be no traveling in the future because a new variant has been found.
Oh, yeah. Omicron, Capricorn. Sounds like a Pokemon.
Americorn.
Yeah. Is it Omicron?
I actually don't know how it's pronounced,
Apricorn.
Every time I
Apricorn is not a thing.
Every time I looked at the announcements, like it's been on the text, like they've already made it and they're talking about how to deal with it. So I've never actually heard the name, which is really weird.
I just keep hearing like a new strain and stuff, so I saw the name once. I think it's Omicron.
I believe this is the second strain in South Africa as well, right? Or there was another strain. It was like a new strain, but it was a new variant. I swear, in South Africa early on. Do you remember that last year? It was this time as well, actually.
No, I don't think it came from Africa.
No, it was South Africa, yeah. That's where it came. Well, that's where they cancelled flights from because they found it in South Africa.
No, it was the Indian one.
No, there was
Delta,
one.
The Delta variant.
The Delta variant as well, but there was another one in South Africa as well.
Oh, really?
I think so. Maybe you guys could let us know, actually.
Yeah, but maybe you guys know more than we do.
Maybe, yeah.
We're not scientists.
We're definitely not scientists. But actually, they may be consulting us, knowing the government. You never know, right?
No, yeah.
But to be fair, I mean, the action plans are pretty interesting. They literally said, yo, we're going to chill for a second.
Yeah.
Wear your face mask. We're going to see what's going on. And then we're going to get back to you.
Yeah. Do you know what? That's like the first time it ever sounded like they sort of know what they want to do.
There's a solid plan in place.
Yeah,
right? That's
exactly. That's what it sounds like. They actually have a plan this time.
Yeah. I mean, before it felt like they were winging it a bit because it was literally one thing and then another thing. And it was because they were depending on the data, which is fair enough. But then don't confidently say one day, no lockdowns, Christmas is going to be sick, we're all going to live our lives, and the next day be like, you guys can't.
Yeah, you guys have to actually go into a lockdown, new data.
Yeah, but at least this time they're like, look, we don't exactly know, but here's what we're doing about it. Here's what could happen. In the meantime, let's do that. And I think the public are going to be way more receptive to that as well.
And the thing is, like, this is the first time where there's not been like an outcry.
Like riots.
Like a riot, like, can't believe they're saying this or that. And people are like, you guys make some sense.
Yeah.
You guys actually make sense. And I think it's smart.
Yeah.
Like there's a new variant. We don't know how it works with our vaccines. Mm-hmm. So they're suggesting get booster shots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you're like me, you got Oxford AstraZeneca, right?
I did, yeah.
We can only stay on Oxford AstraZeneca.
Really? Oh, so we can only stay on the same...
I think it's still the same thing, maybe.
I was looking to cut me some of that Pfizer,
Yeah, I was thinking of Pfizer or Moderna, but like...
I know.
Maybe not. Because the thing is, people say like, once you've done the 2... you can switch to Pfizer booster or like other booster. But then at the same time, I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know anything about that. I just wanted to get a new one just to see what it's like, you know. Because then when you look back, you'd be like, well, you know what? I tried all of them. This one was the best one. Yeah. You know what I mean? I sort of wanted that experience.
And to be honest, I don't think I'll get the booster anytime soon anyway. Like I want to, but at the same time I'm like,
we don't know when it's going to be available for us, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when it's available, I'm definitely going to get it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I mean, because it got recommended to my parents, and then my parents were like, "We'll just hold off for now," because I mean, the current one is doing what it needs to do. And I get the aspect of like obviously boosting it up and stuff.
It's not just boosting up. For some reason, no one's really talking about it, but immunity doesn't last. So even when you have the shots, I think they last about 6 months. Now that's a little bit alarming because for a lot of people who took the earlier shots, that time is coming soon.
Mine's already up.
Well, exactly. So right now there is no vaccine in the blood at all. Yeah. So I actually want my booster, man. Like, give me all of them. I'll take all of them. I don't care, right? Bro. Like, let's be honest, right? There's people inject themselves with other sorts of crazy things. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
that's why I'm like 50-50. Like the thing is, I'll take it, but I know I'm gonna be like feeling like crap for a whole day. But
it's a day though. Yeah, I feel
in the long run.
Most days.
In the long run, it'll help.
It's straight up, man.
I feel crap every time I record this podcast.
No, no, man. I can tell. Wait a minute.
Can you actually
look like hell? No, I'm just joking, man. No, well, actually, guys, put it in the comments if you feel.
Do I actually like look like crap.
No, man, you look positively brilliant every time I see you.
You've put a double positive. That's
a negative.
Positively brilliant.
Positively brilliant, yeah.
How's that a negative?
I don't know.
You've done a double positive. Why?
It's a double positive, but whenever... Okay, here's a rule, right? If anyone ever gives you double positive, it usually means they're lying.
That's
like,
what I was going.
You know what I mean? Like if they look, you look really good.
Yeah, it's just like
when someone goes, you look well, you look good. You're like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Someone goes,
you look really good. It's like, yeah, I don't know
just
about
saying
that.
It at that point, you know. But yeah, no, I'm just joking with you. No. Now you're actually putting me off. Now it sounds like you've actually had a booster.
Sounds like I had a booster.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to think of what to talk about.
That's
because we're trying a new thing, right? Like the whole freestyle stuff.
Yeah.
So,
well, there's one thing I noticed as well when it comes to vaccines and boosters alike. Actually, no. I want to take it back to what we just mentioned. I think the reason why people are more receptive to the news this time is because they feel like they're in control. I genuinely think that's the reason why.
Do you think so? They think
100%. Yeah, bro. Like, look, when it comes to British people, especially, we had the stuff about the fuel.
Yeah.
We had the stuff about the first initial coronavirus when it came out, when there was no lockdown.
Yeah.
And the way people reacted was by hoarding, the supermarkets, getting all the toilet rolls. The next step was hoarding the petrol stations, getting all the whatever it was, whatever fuel they could find, even if it's like, I don't know, any sort of oil. I don't know. I'm just rambling on. But the point is, like, they just it's panic buying. Yeah, jet fuel. The point is, they're just panic buying because they felt like they did not know what was going on, and they didn't.
Yeah.
There was no control. There was nothing from the government to say what's happening. Exactly, and that insinuates panic. That's the way it is.
Literally, what happened was, I remember the first lockdown so vividly. I actually discussed it with my uni mate the other day. I was like, that weekend we heard about COVID for the first time.
Yeah.
Went to uni on the Monday. Our lecturer was like, I think uni's going to be closed for the foreseeable future. And everyone looked at him like, you're chatting rubbish, because like, how is that even possible? We can't even like think of something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's never happened in our lifetime. Like where everything just closes. So we were like, you're chatting, bro. You don't know what you're on about.
Was that the moment though where you thought this stuff might be serious?
Do you know when I thought I always thought it was serious, even when like there were early reports of it in January, February, where people were like, oh, there's a new like coronavirus. It's just got that name where you just go, hold up, like what's going on?
I suppose it does, yeah.
And then you start seeing like, because not a lot of people see like, I mean, I'm a computer scientist, so as soon as I see lots of data, I get like
agitated.
I get like just a bit excited.
Yeah.
So I just started seeing all this data of like people. Wait,
you get excited.
I get excited.
I wasn't say agitated, but you just looked at it. You were like, "Oh my god, numbers!"
No, not like numbers.
Everyone's dying. So exciting.
No, not like that. I'm not like some
freaking psychopath.
I'm not some psycho. Like,
he just sees people as numbers. These subscribers out there.
I'm not like Aaron.
Numbers.
I'm not like Eren Yeager's dad who's trying to find like a cure to like the whole Titan situation in his basement.
Whatever the cost.
Whatever the cost. I'll sacrifice my own family. No, but
spoilers.
It's just oh yeah, crap. Oh, I feel bad. I might bleep it. Anyway. Well, I mean, it's like I just enjoy using data and working with data. So when I saw all of it, I was like, oh crap, this is like some real thing. And then, we walked in the morning. He was like, I think uni might be closed. We went for lunch, came back. Everyone instantly got an email. Like everyone's phone was on loud. It was like ding, 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 ding. Everyone's taking the phone. It's like, uni is now closed. Please don't come to uni. Stay at home. And then like lockdown was announced, and we're like, oh my god, like what the hell is happening?
To happen all at once. That is actually insane.
We were like, what happened between like 12 and 1 p.m. Like while everyone was just enjoying their lunch.
That's a sudden thing as well. That's not like that's like the moment was realized. As soon as you realize something's going on, bang.
Exactly, because obviously Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there were rumors of like lockdown, closing things, but everyone's just like, it's rumors, right? Like, how much are you actually going to believe it?
I think this time was different because it was a hint of fear, people joking around, and people hearing about it all the time. I feel like when those three things go inside with each other, it usually means people are beginning to accept it, and it's going to happen. Me and you had a very similar story actually, because I work at a software company, so it was a very similar way. Like we started seeing the numbers. we love looking at graphs, right?
Yeah.
That's what we do.
I like making those graphs for you. You like looking at the
and we love analyzing them, showing them to different people. So we saw this graph coming up worldwide, and it went past the stage where it becomes a worldwide pandemic.
Yeah.
Like we're thinking, well, if it's rise this much, this percentage, by this time it's going to be a pandemic. And that's when everyone was scared.
Yeah.
And my old office used to be near a hospital.
Okay.
And funnily enough, one of the office workers, her partner was working in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
And we got a little inside scoop that someone had COVID there, actually. So, like, yeah, someone was actually brought in for COVID.
Way.
Yeah, very, very early on. So we were like, well, damn, like, it's going to happen. And at that point, people accepted it.
Yeah.
But we had a lot longer. So at first, everyone was working from home because someone in our office came in contact with someone who had COVID as well, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And I could tell who it was because everyone was looking around. I looked at one, everyone was like, who is it? Or what's going on? Because it's a bit exciting, right? You're like, what's going on? One person was like, generally, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, it's you.
It's like when you're in a lesson like maths,
yeah,
and then you just see like head of year or like someone high up in the school knock on the door like, I'm here to collect someone. You're like, okay, who is it? Who's in trouble now? And you instantly look at the worst kids. You're like, is it that one? Is it that one?
It's not even that. It's like in maths where you do a problem and everyone like afterwards the teacher goes through it.
Yeah.
And she goes, did everyone get this answer? Everyone's like, yeah, I got this. Yeah, I got that. And then the one person's like, I got a letter. And you could tell by their face. Because everyone's been there as well. Everyone's got completely off. And when you're completely off, your face can't hide it. Because you're literally like...
Yeah, it's like a late reaction to hide it. Like you instantly show like, oh crap, I got it wrong.
Yeah,
it's just I had that many times in maths.
Maths, well, I think
physics
COVID
was
is
the
probably
worst.
worse.
Honestly, in physics, I was always so far off.
Really?
Yeah.
Why more? Okay.
Because physics was a bit more.
It
was a bit more advanced maths.
Okay, yeah. Because it's more, so I suppose you would actually be better at maths because you're doing software. Technically, there's a bit of maths involved, but physics is like
completely different.
Yeah.
And there's elements of like further maths in it, and then you're meant to get like 10 to the minus 3, and you're just sat there with like 10 to the 6, and you're just like.
Oh mate, I never did any A levels. I did all essay. I did all essay based stuff. So I have no idea what you're talking about. I did all essay based stuff in A level.
The only time I was good was like electricity, like making circuit diagrams and things like that.
That's very good considering you're in software. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like
it actually goes like hand in hand.
Actually, to be fair, that's given. Like that's like saying you're an athlete. You're like, yeah, I'm good at doing like push-ups. It's like, well, yeah, of course, mate. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can do 10 push-ups as well. It's like, yeah, we know you can. Like, imagine you're like, oh man, I broke my record. I can do 20 push-ups now. And Rana goes, yeah, I can do 20. It's like, yeah, of course, mate. Like,
but that's why I hate bare people do that. You know, like when someone is like actually good at something.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, you just go, oh man, I scored a free kick from like 30 yards out. And there's some Don who's actually wicked at football.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I do it all the time. It's like, it's not about you, bro.
It's not about you.
We know you can do it. Like, I can't do it. Let me be proud of myself.
Yeah, of course. Like, if anything, people are excited because when you do something for the first time, they're like, oh, cool, it's progress. When another guy goes, yeah, I've done it all the time, you're just shutting everyone off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are you doing? It's a bit like COVID, actually. Like, one country had it bad and the other country was like, yo, look what I can do. It's like, mate, yeah, but we know you can do that because...
You can go in lockdown in a week. I'll go in 3 months. Look how I do it.
Yeah, to be fair, every country's handling it different. Apparently, some of the contacts in Britain, they've been having a go at Britain behind their backs as well. Yeah, I saw in the conference today. I don't know his name, actually. I just know what he looks like for some reason.
The health secretary?
Yeah, the health secretary, the new one.
Sajid Javid.
Him, yeah, Sajid Javid.
He
used to be Lex Luthor from Superman.
He used to be foreign secretary? And then he got taken out of foreign secretary or something. It was another thing close to Boris. And then obviously Matt Hancock had that
and then became Vin Diesel for a while.
And then he became E.T.
E.T. E.T. was a bit earlier than that. That's a true fan. You're a real fan if you know about E.T. Yeah, like the real ones know about it.
I never watched E.T.
You know what? I actually feel bad every time there's like a health sector or something. That whole internet, including myself, we just take the mick out of them.
Yeah,
like they're generally doing good stuff, and we're just like, yeah, you look like E.T. Bro.
Like, okay, all right. Let's be real for a second. Yeah. Matt Hancock did some dumb stuff and very wrong things.
Very dumb stuff
and very wrong things. Okay, but he did help the country in a sense. Did he overlook certain people? Yes.
Yeah.
Did the whole government overlook certain people? Yes. But
to be fair, we are giving him a hard time because like
because we always look in hindsight.
Yeah, that's true. Like COVID first happened, no one had any idea what was going on.
No one knew what it affected.
Apparently, there was a plan set in place which was not followed. That's just the rumor.
But
we don't know that for certain.
How much are you gonna like? That's the thing. Like,
well, to be fair, Labour said that, and they're against.
Like, bro,
so it's
honestly, in 10 years' time,
we'll find out.
COVID will be like the biggest conspiracy theory. It currently is.
It already,
and it'll be even bigger.
Forget that. It became a conspiracy theory as soon as it came. Have you seen like the anti-vaxxers and the like? How can you be anti-COVID? That's what I don't understand. It, bro. It's there. Like you can't hide it.
Do you know what's the funniest thing when like Boris is like, okay, yeah, we're gonna like reduce lockdown next week. The next day is like people are like, stop the lockdown, stop the like protesting like anti-lockdown.
Yeah,
and
that
I'm
was
like,
so stupid.
and I'm like, bro, like, can you not wait like 3 more days?
If anything, do it early on. Yeah. Don't do it at the last couple of days. It's so pointless, man.
And it's just like,
Boris could be like, all right, just wait. I'll just wait out for 3 days. Like, I don't care. Like,
yeah, like, bro, I can go like Nando's on Monday. Bro.
And even if you brought it forward, it'd be like by 1 day. No one's gonna, COVID's not gonna be like, oh, 1 day, we're back. Back in business, guys.
COVID's not gonna be like, oh, he's bringing it 1 day closer. Oh, guys. News alert.
Move on.
News alert. Sunday the 27th. You can't go out.
But again, people just want attention. I suppose that's probably the best way to put it.
I don't even think it's attention. I think it's just like people are easily brainwashed.
I was gonna say, I think with conspiracy theories, it goes back to the same thing. It's control. If there is something which has seemingly no patterns, which COVID did for a while, we had no idea what was going on. Yeah. You're going to create a theory where it gives you an element of control because you rather know the unknown. It's going to sound really weird. You rather know something which has no explanation, rather than just leaving it like, oh, we don't know what's going to happen. So with conspiracy theories, it gives you an element of control because you're creating that theory. You're assigning a story or a logic behind it.
Yeah, so you're giving yourself a result or a way of explaining something. It's the same way you'd say something like if the cabinet opened on its own, some people would be like the wind, some people would say it's a ghost. That's just a way for you to give yourself control and be like, that's the answer of that thing. Something unknown, that's the answer. Yeah,
that's literally, and that's actually psychology as well. That's why we love conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Even though how ridiculous they may be, people believe them because they're like, well, you know what? I want to know something. I think also some people just want to feel like they're better than others. So they're like, oh, you're so mainstream. You believe this. Well, actually, it's this. They like to overthink things, which is just human nature, I suppose. But that's why I think control is the biggest thing. I think what the government have done now is they've given an element of control already.
They've given us control a lot.
Yeah, so you can't really create a conspiracy theory based off of that.
And the thing is, like, they've given us tons of control. Like, wear a face mask, but it's up to you. Sanitize your hands and
I'm
stuff.
not sure if I agree with that, though. Because
that is control,
so oblivious, man. Yeah, I know. You're right. It gives you the control. But at the same time,
but it's also a way of giving false sense of control.
Yeah, that's true.
Because majority of people know you should wear a mask. So then those who are also like, I don't know if I want to wear a mask, they'll still wear it.
It depends which area though. Because with London it works. Most people usually do wear masks.
Everyone wears.
Succumb to social pressure, right? Social pressure is there. Yeah. But if you go to another area, it may not be so receptive.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a bit of a risk, but you're right. If a majority of people do it, then people are going to start following. Because you don't want to be the odd one out, really.
Yeah, exactly. It's that
you might have a few annoying ones, but the annoying ones are always going to be there.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? You can't really do anything about them. It's just a mask. Like, come on, man. Like, if you're exempt and you have breathing issues, I understand.
Yeah, or like other mental and stuff like that.
Yeah, but if you're like just not wearing it because you're like, oh, government, this government, mate, it's a mask. They're not asking you. One thing about this country, I always get a run about England as well. I'm just sick of living here, to be honest with you. It's like when you're in house all the time.
I have a very good segue once you finish.
The thing about England, right, is that they love having a go at small things, not realizing the country is really not that bad.
Yeah.
Go to a different country, mate, anywhere in the world. There are a lot bigger things to worry about.
A lot of people are like, oh, why not?
Boris telling you to wear a mask.
People are like, oh, let's look at Europe and stuff like that. But if you actually look at Europe as quite far off, like
look at the rest of the world. Look at different continents. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Anyways,
anyway, I was doing some research the other night for some hidden content that is not for this channel, and I was discussing
Walidafy, keep an eye out.
Throwing the ball around with paradoxes. Do you know what paradox is?
Yes, I love paradoxes.
You love paradoxes?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. So if you ever go on Google and you type in example of a paradox,
okay.
This is the most popular paradox. It's a 3-word sentence.
I think I know this one, but go ahead.
Say it if you know it.
No, I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
No.
I'm not saying it.
Well, okay, well, there's a paradox, isn't there? Say it. Well, I'm not saying it either. No, say it.
But do you know it?
No, I may have heard of it.
Waking.
It's not what I'm thinking of.
Okay, all right. Because the thing is, if it's what you're thinking, I was going to switch mine.
Should I tell you what I was thinking?
Okay, yeah, go.
Actually, no, you tell yours first.
No, you go.
Okay. My one was, okay, this is a meme actually, I'm not going to lie, but there's a picture. Someone says, whoever is writing, this is by the terrible, these are not the exact words. This is very loosely done, but whatever the person next to me has written is a lie. Then the person above goes, whoever written above me is lying.
Oh.
So it's like, well, it becomes a loop, right? Yeah, paradox. But anyways.
But okay, so the popular one that Google will suggest to you, and it says it's the best one to explain a paradox, is waking is dreaming.
Waking is dreaming. Well, it's not.
But how is it not?
Because if you wake up, you're waking up from a dream or sleep.
But if waking
you can only dream when you sleep.
But if waking is dreaming.
But waking is not dreaming. The definition of waking is waking. Waking up.
But the statement says waking is dreaming.
The statement is false.
How is it false?
Because
how can you definitively say you are not dreaming right now?
How can I definitively say I'm not dreaming right now? That's a separate thing, though.
No, but that's part of it.
No.
It is part of the paradox.
I understand where you're coming from.
That's the why. Dude, because the thing is, I looked at it and I read like a whole Reddit forum on it.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Okay. How much people on Reddit love paradoxes and dissect it.
But bearing in mind, Reddit users are not experts.
No, they're not.
I'm not saying I am, but I'm not. You know what I mean? We're on the same boat here.
I've seen many people like you on Reddit, so don't worry.
You haven't seen them. You've read them.
But the thing is, like, obviously you can look at a sentence and just be like, waking up is not dreaming because you wake up, and this is the definition of waking, and this is the definition of dreaming.
Yeah.
But a paradox isn't just the sentence, it's also every element of it, which makes it a paradox.
No. This is where I have to disagree. And let me tell you why, though.
Okay.
Because you are right. If you take the whole concept, it is a paradox, and it's really mentally like weirded out. If you take the whole concept.
Oh, yeah, right. That's obviously when you say the whole context.
But the thing is, a paradox is a concept itself, but it's not a statement. You can never have a statement. You have to explain the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
For example, what you're referencing, I'm busting out the philosophy here, is Cartesian
I've
logic.
switched off, guys.
It literally just means if I think, therefore I exist, and part of it is about dreaming. Like,
okay. Hold your thought.
To be fair, even that link is messed up.
Hold your thoughts. Hold your horses. We need to change the battery.
So I'm going to keep that short as possible because all it means, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, all I'm trying to say is when it comes to paradox, a sentence has its own paradox. When you're talking about a sentence, you're talking about a premise. You're proposing something, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, if there's a paradox, it'll be within the sentence, but the concept is completely different.
Okay.
So that sentence, you can literally say, it's false.
Yeah.
It's just not true.
Because it isn't true, yeah. That's
if you're talking about dreams, well, that's a whole different topic.
Yeah.
Because...
But that's
do you want to know something? Do you want to know something that I found out?
Let's stick with the paradox parts for now. Okay. But that's what makes like a paradox so fun and so fun to like get people's opinions on.
Yeah.
Because when I read it, I was like, waking is dreaming. I was like, no, it's not. But then I was like, but what if I'm never dreaming? I instantly went like that. Like, what if I'm never dreaming? Or what if I'm always dreaming? And then things like that.
No, but
other people will go your way and be like, no, it's just fundamentally wrong because of this.
No, I'm saying the sentence is wrong.
Yeah,
but the concept is
that's what I mean.
there.
Like, people will perceive it differently. Like, you went for the sentence immediately, and I just went for the concept. So that's why it's always fun to talk about paradox.
Well, that's the thing about dreaming, right? We genuinely don't know if we're dreaming or not. And actually, some of the best scientists and theorists, all got together, and they came to the conclusion that's a 50-50 chance we may all be in a simulation. That genuinely, exactly. That is crazy. But the thing, if you do love paradoxes, there's loads of different ones. Like there's not stories, but there's premises again, where it says a man travels back. Here's a decent one. So a man travels back in time, and he accidentally kills his great-great-great-grandfather.
Oh, I've heard this one. Yeah.
What happens? Like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
Because if he does it, then he's never born, and then he's never born to kill his grandfather.
But you can't travel back in time, so that's the whole...
Of course, you can't travel back in time. Yeah, that's the easy way out. But here's the thing: if you go back in time and you kill your own great whatever, then you're never born, right?
But at what stage did you kill him?
No, it doesn't matter. Before he had the kid. Sorry, before he had the kid.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, you're right. Actually, oh, it's not the opposite. Okay, you're right. Yeah, but
it doesn't matter. Wait, actually, it does.
It does, yeah. But let's say you do kill them. You'll never exist. But then if you never existed, you never killed them.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why it becomes like
a paradox.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's like rules and concepts, like you said, that have to make sure that the paradox exists. Because you can simply just go like, but I was already born. Like, or the second great grandfather was already born. So that way, even if you kill the first one, the second one's still there, and therefore I'm still alive.
But no, it doesn't, because it's your great grandfather.
Bro, are you right? You said your great great grandfather.
Right.
Great great grandfather.
So you're taking away
if my great grandfather was born and I killed my great great grandfather,
right?
Like he's eliminated.
Oh, he's already.
I still have my great grandfather.
I thought you used the same great.
Oh no.
So I thought it was like his brother or something.
That's the problem that happens when you say too many greats.
Too many greats. You're right. Yeah. Should have just been one great, to be fair. But yeah, I think in the thing you have to again say that part. You're right, because otherwise it doesn't make sense. But again, the thing about paradox is it's just supposed to make your brain explode. Which is why it's weird how we can say a story and your brain will explode. It's like, you know, when someone says something really dumb as well and your brain just explodes. You're like, how do you come up with this concept?
Yeah.
In a way, when someone says something that dumb, it's not because they don't know something. It's because they have a really funny logic.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, we're sort of thinking, we're sort of impressed in a way. Because we're like, how the hell did you come up with that?
That is so true. Like sometimes your mate comes out with the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
You're just like, how did you even connect the dots like that?
But it's always how, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what's weird. Like we have the same reaction to a paradox than we do with that.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting about humans, right?
I mean, the first paradox I ever heard of was the Fermi Paradox. I don't know if you know that one.
Don't know that one.
That's all about are we alone in the universe?
Okay, yeah.
That's like the whole basis, but it's got very different concepts that go very far.
But that's not a paradox. That's a genuine like philosophical question.
Yeah,
like scientific question. It's every question.
But the thing goes in because like he literally like so the guy he's a scientist. Fermi's part of his name. I don't know his full name. Basically, was like his thing was like, I believe there's extraterrestrial life, but I can't prove that there's extraterrestrial life.
Yeah.
So that's what he said. And then people built on it saying it's a Fermi paradox because technically, yes, there is extraterrestrial life, but technically there isn't because you can't prove it. Nor can you disprove that there is extraterrestrial life.
Oh, I get it. So like there's, for example, because the universe is so large,
and there's all these probabilities and all these chances and all these things.
But then we've never seen it, so we can't prove it in that way.
Yeah.
Like we can't.
But you can't say it's incorrect because we haven't seen it.
Technically, if someone believes something, you can't say that's incorrect either because they believe it. You can't say, well, you're incorrect. Your belief is incorrect.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's their beliefs.
Yeah.
Technically, right?
But then obviously the paradox goes into like things like type 1, 2, 3 civilizations. Do you know that concept?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. So I just stared at the camera for a second. I don't know why. Then I thought to myself, why am I staring at the camera? Anyway.
So it goes into that concept of type 1, type 2, type 3 civilizations. And then it goes into the concept of the Drake equation.
Yep.
Not your certified lover boy or your man from the six, your OVO owner, your OVO flies or whatever. I don't know. Not that guy.
You just change it every time. Anyways, yeah.
It's like a guy called Dr. Frank Drake and he like created this mad equation. But it's technically unsolvable because there's elements of the equation you can never solve.
I heard of, what's it called again? Sorry?
The Drake equation?
No, before that, in reference to what? So what is Drake equation about again?
It's calculating the number of civilizations within a galaxy.
Yeah, I've heard of the Drake. Yeah, that's what. Because I saw a video on that. That's why I was like, it's very familiar.
Yeah, like it's mad. Like it's so sick. But you can't solve the equation because you can't prove certain values in the equation.
Well, certain theories they're
and
made
then there's
to be
the great
wrong.
filter. Have you heard of the great filter?
The great filter, no.
It's like there's a point for each planet and civilization where they would either destroy themselves
or they'll go to the next step, right?
Or they'll thrive to the next
type. Is that linked
type.
to the next type, right?
Yeah, it's similarly linked. So like
that makes sense though.
Like even us as humans, we're not type 1.
We're not. I swear, one of the things about being type 1 is having one currency. That's one of the.
Because the things people break it down into whatever they want it to be, but type 1 is basically you're able to harness all the energy within your own planet.
Okay.
And we don't harness all the energy within our own planet.
Maybe one day.
Like we're close. I'm not saying we're far. It's like I think we're at 0.7 or something like that.
So the next step logically would be harnessing it from something else, right?
It would be harnessing all the energy from your host star.
So that'd be the sun. Okay. And then next step would be a cluster, like a solar system or galaxy.
Would be the whole Milky Way galaxy.
The whole Milky Way. Oh, the whole Milky Way galaxy. That's a bigger step though.
No, but that's a
massive step.
That's what type 3 is.
But all right, step 1 to step 2, you can realize it.
Okay, so step 1 is like your own planet, and then step 2 is like...
It is a big step, don't get me wrong.
They say the sun, but a lot of people say it's actually the sun and your whole solar system.
Okay. All right, okay.
That's why the third step doesn't seem as big.
But no, third step, the whole Milky Way. The third step is a massive step.
Yeah, but technically, if you can do it to your own solar system, you know how to do it to each solar system out there.
Yeah, you do, but you have to get to every single... Do you know how big the Milky Way is?
Yeah, but...
You can't get that quickly to another side.
Do you know how far away certain things are within our own solar system? So if you're able to travel to it quite quickly and...
Then you could, yeah. But it's so big that you'd have to travel even quicker. Yeah. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah. And technically, you can never travel at the speed of light.
Even that's making my brain hurt. Because that is the reason why. Yeah. Also, if you know the Flash, the superhero, every time like he goes a bit too fast, he goes back in time. Imagine you're racing actually in the Olympics. But I don't know how we got to that. Imagine you're racing, you just go back in time. And like, damn it.
Technically, you do go back in time.
You do, yeah.
Because if I went really fast at the speed of light,
you go to the future, not back in time.
Yeah.
Because you're traveling slower.
But technically, it's the back in time because...
No. Because if you're, let's say you're traveling... It's the other way. It's what you mentioned, but it's the other way around.
Yeah. I don't know why I was saying back in time. You can never go back to the past.
No, but you can go to the future.
You can go to the future, technically.
Technically, yeah.
It's not actually the future.
Enough. Yeah, theoretically, if you went fast enough, right?
Technically, it is the future, yeah. But kind of complicated.
And if you went really fast enough, you could go potentially more. Maybe that's a new invention.
Why
would you want to go to?
One more thing I want to mention is: have you heard of a black hole?
I have heard of a black hole. Yeah.
Do you know what a black hole does?
It sucks in light.
It's a good sucker.
That's just what it does. It just sucks in light.
Sucks in mass and everything.
Yeah,
because it's so heavy.
But light is the main thing.
Do you know what a white hole is?
It gives stuff out.
Yeah, it's the other end of a black hole. That's the whole concept of a wormhole as well.
Well, all right. Disclaimer: if you see a black hole, don't jump in it.
Disclaimer:
that's a big theory.
Disclaimer:
right?
Most of the black holes you can't even see.
True. You probably won't be able to get close to them.
Yeah, because they can't.
Dead.
Because even light can't escape.
Well, if you went close to a certain point, your body would be so stretched out, you'd be dead. So
yeah, unless you watch like Interstellar and you believe in the whole interstellar concept of a
well, you need a machine to be able to do that as well. So like they just Interstellar this one. Yeah, let me just
run up and jump in.
It's like
long jump in.
Yeah. No, but you're right. Yeah, I mean that is a theory. I mean, but again, like I think such a big risk, man. Like, and there's no way you can send a machine there because
you would lose.
So it has to be a person going through. That's a big sacrifice. As big, you could have something worse than death. That's what's mad.
Even if you send a person through, you don't know what happened.
Exactly.
Because what if the concept of a white hole is true? That it's taking things from one end of a space, chucking it to the other side of space. So when he's on the other side of space, how the hell is he going to contact you?
Well, you're just going to send more and more people. Imagine
oh yeah, so you send one and then you send the second one to meet up.
You're like, listen, you need to get some information back. All right, you need to get some information back. All right, just a continuous loop.
Do you know how ridiculous that would be?
That'd be hilarious, man.
It'd be like, all right, you bring like 3 billion people.
But imagine they do different
Your job now is to go into a black hole.
Imagine they do different things for each one. They're like, listen, if you go to the other side, I'm going to give you this car. Or I'm gone. If you go to the other side, you're just a coward. All right, I'm going to go. Like, if you go to the other side, I'll give you a $5. All right, I'm going to, like, you just do different things.
Actually, I had a question. If you know how, like, they want to, like, I forgot the word. Something on Mars. Like, they want to turn Mars into the next...
Colonize.
Colonize, that's it.
Yeah.
And you are like, would you go as the first few bunch? Would you be part of that first group of people to go and colonize it? Obviously, you can't because you're not.
Honestly, I would heavily consider it.
Like the offer came,
but
I was like,
if I had a family, I couldn't.
If you go, your family gets X amount, and you go, but you can never return.
So let's say by that time, I had a wife and kids. I probably wouldn't go because of them. Right now, if you ask me, I probably would go.
Damn.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, if I know my current family is sorted financially. Like for life,
and
I got a chance to go to Mars. Mate, I'll take it.
Even if you got to put one step and then died, would that be?
Yeah, but it's
Or even if you died halfway.
But it's you're basically at that point someone who is being backed by all the scientists on Earth. I'm not saying in a good way, but I'm saying you're doing an experiment, really, and it's a big one.
Yeah,
like it's history.
But a lot of Apollo missions have gone wrong where they have died.
Probably, and there's going to be many more.
I mean, probably
no, sorry, yeah. I meant to say it's probably a lot are going to go wrong in Mars as well.
Yeah, of course.
But I think at that point when they have a plan to colonize,
I'm pretty sure they would have
some sort of, you know,
and we would have advanced enough as well.
Yeah, and so I would consider it heavily. I probably would do it because I like that stuff. Would you not though? But look, I know people. I get the fear, but like, man, you're going to Mars, man. Like,
yeah, but like,
that's crazy. That's another planet,
bro. Do you know how much effort it is to colonize it?
Effort, really? I can't be bothered, man. I'm just gonna chill here,
bro. Like the amount of times you'd be like, "Oh man, I wish I could just like go home, have some of mum's food."
No. You're gonna be on Mars. You're colonizing a planet. The last thing you'd be thinking of. Actually, no. You probably would be thinking.
You would be thinking it.
You would be thinking it. But it's worth it, man. Like, I don't know, man.
I think it's worth it for a short period.
I think if you had the opportunity and you didn't take it, I reckon you would regret it for the rest of your life. That's why I would do it.
I would.
Do you know what I mean? And I feel like if you went there, fair enough, you'll miss certain things. But at the end of the day, you're going to think to yourself, wait a minute, I'm on a new planet.
Yeah.
Like, no one in history has this.
Yeah.
But and then you're good to go. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you have the opportunity, I think
as long
people would take it.
I feel like as long as, obviously there will be telecommunication to your family. But
but
as long as that's always guaranteed, then yeah.
Maybe you want to avoid that. You never know. You're like, okay, sorry. Signal's gone. Some people are probably like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there has to be some sort of communication via to Earth, right? That's going to be part of it. But like, your family's going to be looking up and thinking, wait, that's like my brother, my son, whatever it is. Like, they're on Mars.
Yeah.
As a family member, you're going to be crazy proud, man.
It's mad how you just look up to the sky and like take everything in the sky for granted.
Yeah.
Like even the moon, like just the moon alone, you take for granted.
You know what I realized? In this conversation, we went from Boris, pandemic, to paradoxes, to the moon moving away.
And that means we're moving away. So we'll see you in 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time, bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly.
By the way, heavy WATTPOD, mate.
WATTPOD.
If you're not on it,
you have to check out WATTPOD, man.
Like, seriously, what are you doing with your life?
Honestly, we got a good podcast coming up after this one.
We do, yeah.
A really good one. Yeah. So,
new barbers are coming. Some big ones as well. We're mainly focusing on, if we can't say this part, just bleep it out on the real. But we're mainly focusing on Sutton right now. But in your local area, we're gonna aim to get that soon. It is the future. Let's be honest. Mm-hmm. You want to make everything easy as possible. You want to book.
Yeah.
You don't want to just walk in and take that risk. You want to organize your day effectively. WATTPOD's the place to do it.
Yep. And as we say, WATTPOD's the way to do it. The director walks in with Hezbollah in his hand. So we'll see you next time. Peace out.
Main sponsor. Go a bit closer. Camera. There we go.
There we go. Go a bit more closer. Just like go all the way into the lens.